What's going on, guys? SpeedCubers back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing top 5 tips for beginner SpeedCubers. So let's get started. So the first tip I have for this video is to stay consistent. So it's pretty important to stay consistent while you start cubing. So every day you should practice, make sure you know your algorithms, because you don't want to start cubing for a few days and then just stop and then continue, because you're not going to really remember anything you learned or anything that you were trying to learn. So stay consistent. Okay, so the second tip I have for beginners is to make sure you know your algorithms. So I've seen it in a lot of people just started the cube. It's where like they learn an algorithm, you know, they practice it for a few minutes maybe, and they're like, oh, okay, I think I know this. Then they scramble the cube. Then they're in the middle of a solve, and you're like, hold up, I don't know this algorithm. So, you know, they would just like think about it for seconds. They probably forget. That's what I've seen happen a lot. People just like learn an algorithm, and then when it actually comes to doing the algorithm in the middle of a solve, they just forget. So that's very important. You have to make sure you know your algorithms, make sure you can do them fast, so that when you're in solve and the situation comes up, you know how to do it. So let's get with the next tip. Tip number 4 for beginner SpeedCubers is to not look at the timer while you're doing a solve. So I've seen many people do this, and it's just a bad habit that you shouldn't have. I actually did this too when I started cubing. I would just be like in the middle of a solve, and then I would just like peek at the timer a few times just to see what time I'm at. But after you do it a few times, it's not good, because you end up being slower, you just lose time. So it's just a bad habit that you shouldn't do. Just don't look at the timer. And yeah, let's move on to the next tip. Okay, the actual tip number 4 would be to buy the right cube. So there are many different cubes you can buy. Like most beginners probably have this Rubik's brand. So I've seen Rubik's brands, you can buy them at Target, Walmart, many different places. You know, they're like $10. They're not the best quality. You know, the turning is just slow. No, they just don't turn the best. There are many different options, like this one called the ThunderClap V2, which is I think $8 or $9. As you can see, it performs really well. It's really fast, smooth. So yeah, that's just another tip to buy the right cube. So instead of buying like a $10 Rubik's brand, you could buy this $8 ThunderClap that performs way better. You know, maybe down the line, if you're getting pretty good at the cube, like sub 30, sub 20, all that stuff, you could get this SM or like a GAN cube, just something like that. But you just have to make sure you start off with the right cube. So let's move on to the next tip. Tip number 5, the last tip, is to reduce cube rotations. So that's something I actually have to do too. Still haven't done, but it's reducing cube rotations. It's pretty important because it saves you a lot of time in a solve. So like for example, let's say you have this case, right? You know, as a beginner, they'd probably look at this and they'd be like, okay, rotate here, rotate back, do this. But there's another thing you could do, which would just be do this, insert it with no rotations. So that's really important. Reduce rotations. It can save you a lot of time. It's just easier to do. So yeah, reduce cube rotations. That's the last tip for this video. Thank you guys for watching. This is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will probably be doing another one of these types of videos in the future, maybe for more advanced SpeedCubers. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.